What's up, guys? How's it going? I wanted to make a video on X just because I know I haven't made a video on Twitter so far, and Twitter has so many updates, especially for our industry. So, obviously, Twitter has been one of my biggest money printers forever. Not as big as Instagram, obviously, but Twitter has always been up there just because it's just such a large U.S. base, and it's the perfect demographic for OnlyFans, just like men. They're into politics, this and that. They're all old. They all have money. Most of them already have money, which means they're meant to spend a lot of money on your OnlyFans. And 99% of them is not 99%. I would say like 80% of them are following OnlyFans girls. And yeah, so the way I would do Twitter nowadays is my trust my account trust matters more than impressions. What that means is the old way was just to post with a bunch of accounts, spammy replies, like bait tweets, models ugly, they all have shitty pictures, like using old bad retweet groups which don't work, and like trying to go viral for everything, which was results in like low trust, low conversions, and accounts basically getting shadow banned. But the reason it fails is because Twitter nowadays hates that behaviors. Twitter engineers are smarter than all of us, and they get paid a lot to cat spam, and we're not outsmarting them in any way. The way I've been doing it for the past months is one to three main accounts per model, consistent posting. I only do safe for work. NSFW, I feel like does not bring any engagement unless she's a porn star and she's posting like clips of her new porn, whatever the case might be. But I always like pushing the innocent look for girls. The type of girls that work the best are always been big booty, big titty, and just girls that you look young. They just do fantastic. Even if you have to use Facetune or AI to face, or just have interesting backgrounds with the models, not just sitting in the restroom taking pictures, and still does fantastic. It's gonna take longer to build. It takes a long time. X is one of the longer platforms that takes to build, but it's worth it at the end of the day. Why the old way is dead? One of the biggest reasons is it's device flags, because people have Filipinos VAs. I talked about this in my last video. They have Filipino VAs with the same old iPhone, and they just don't act like a real person. Just log in, post, and exit, and they get zero views and they cry about that the method doesn't work, which in case they're doing it wrong. The best way I've been doing it now is create new accounts. My day one is using real local SIM cards. You can go to Walmart, Otello, or Mint Mobile. Go buy these SIM cards, buy some data, make the account with that SIM card. Make one or two accounts a day. That's fine. And then a real iPhone 11, iPhone 12. I turn on 2FA, a basic username, display, bio, profile picture. I wait, I log out, and then I come back. If you wanna put the X account on your computer, which is fine, I would never just use it on Chrome itself. I would use the incognito or Go login, then use grid panel, 4G proxies, mobile proxies have always been the best. So the reason you want to wait for 24 hours, it's kind of like you don't want Twitter to see you're instantly going on a proxy. Twitter is not stupid, so it's better if you just wait 24 hours then go on a proxy. It just make it look so much natural. So the fastest way is if you have like, hey Habibi, I have some money to spend. I don't want to waste time going on accounts from zero. Okay. Step one, do not buy aged accounts with no followers. It's just always high risk and you're going to waste whatever few dollars. It's just not worth it. It's better off buying accounts with organic followers. There's a way, I'll show you later, how to check if the account's shadow banned or not. And then from there, what you want to look in buying the account is 20 to 100K followers. The account can only be SFW. No NSFW accounts, because it's going to mark them as terrible and you're going to get shadow banned instantly. You're going to waste your money. Try and look for organically retweeted, and try and avoid like try and look for accounts that have like little to no retweet groups and no bot growth, because a lot of people just put good bots and just have it running, which also flags it. Inactive for 2 to 3 weeks at most. Price should be $6 to $8 per 1,000 followers at most. So how do you verify the account before buying? Check the impressions on the recent post. If there's a reasonable account, so let's say if it has, we'll say small numbers, right? 10K followers, it should at least be getting 3 to 4K impressions. If it has 100 impressions, then no, it's not good. As apply to comment on a fresh post, just any post you can apply to it. If you can check it from your own Twitter. If the comment does not show, it's shadow banned. or you can just use a shadow ban checker and it'll always work. Always use a middleman for Telegram transactions, especially Telegram transactions. So whether you're running a new account or purchase one, the best way to operate is always on real devices. Like I said, a real VA's phone, not just some phone that you bought and he never uses. Like on it, same with Instagram, you always want to have activity on all these accounts. Install Twitter on their phone. They can scroll on it. They just need human behavior. Scroll, reply to comments, like pictures. Just act like a real human, and it does way better. So how does Twitter actually push you? The way Twitter pushes, it's not random. It's not, oh, like I'm gonna keep posting one day, somehow I'm gonna go viral. No, not really. It tracks everything. It tracks your reply quality. How much time do you spend actually on the app? How often do you click on different profiles? And if people see you often, recognize your name, and they click your profile from your post, Twitter assumes this account matters. So that's what you want to always keep in mind. Account setup. The way you want to set up your account is obviously readable, no numbers, no spammy words. Hot girl 48, no, this is a bad example, should not be doing this. Something like Mia Online or Soft Emily, or not even like your favorite blonde or this and that. Like you can just have a fucking regular name, just like Anna with like Anna Online or Zozo Anna, something like that. And a display name can just be like Emily with the heart, or like the emoji heart, like the emoji where you're doing the heart with your fingers. And then it should be good enough. For the profile picture, see how Sophie Rain, one of the biggest examples, she doesn't have a bra or bikini in her profile picture because she knows. It's super basic. Like this is, you can just Google anime sky, you'll get that. Profile picture is super basic. You don't need anything crazy. For the bio, your formula should be soft personality so for your bio, which is extremely important, you want to have a soft personality. Also, it depends on your model. If your model is like emo crazy and does fucking phenom shit, then yeah, you should probably not take this advice. But if you have something that's something like a model as Sophie Rain, or somebody that's just like a cute model, nothing like crazy, or emo model, even emo models, you can just have an original like bio, just like something subtle, like hey, check me out down below. That's it. Like, oh, the link you're looking for is in my bio. Just simple, super simple, you know. Twitter Premium, I get a lot of things for Twitter Premium. Do I buy Twitter Premium? Do I buy Twitter Premium? People texting me all the time. Yes, do buy Twitter Premium Plus. It's a non-negotiable for your account. You need that. Trust me, it's gonna help you in the long run. Next thing, how do you actually turn your followers into buyers? First of all, awareness, which is growing your followers. They need to see you, and you need to be seen everywhere. If you're seen everywhere, just like Sophie Rain, they're gonna recognize you eventually, and they want to know more, and they're gonna subscribe to your OnlyFans. That's the easiest way to do it. How do you do this? Actually, into steps. You follow my daily Twitter routine. When you're starting, go slow. Do not spam posts. Every day, 3 to 5 posts, media posts, pin posts. You want to change it every day. Follow 5 to 10 other big models per day, which should be super easy. Your VA should be doing this. Reply with 15 media posts. If you can't do 15, you can do 10 at minimum. You want to do 5 text tweets, whatever. Like, just hit the gym. This guy was creepy, or does anybody know if Santa Claus is real? Just stuff like that. Like nothing crazy. You can reply to your comments on your posts, which I'm going to talk about deeply in a bit. You can reply to DMs. I kind of don't ever reply to DMs, but if you're really desperate for OnlyFans subscribers, then yeah, you can. Just use Cupid bot and reply to me. You'll be good to go. 300 to 500 drops per day. It's basically a retweet group. I would avoid retweet groups, but if the retweet groups are really, really good, then yeah, you can go ahead and do it. So what do my tweets look like? Morning is a soft tweet like, the girl's just waking up, her hair's messy, gym shorts, sports bra, whatever the case might be. Something like slept way too late. Why do mornings feel so personal? Afternoon is always something like eating food, or like me replying to viral tweets, or just accounts my niches, or replying to my own comments. Twitter is kind of like Threads. If anybody's done Threads, it's the same thing, but it's just so much easier to do than Threads, because you don't have to make 100 accounts to go viral. But if you have one good account, you're going to be good to go. Where do you reply to get engagement? You can reply to high performing models. You can always reply to meme pages. Meme pages will always do good. And you can also reply to pages that post sexual content. That's great as well. So if you have a emo girl niche, right, and you see this model that's in your same niche and you're like, damn, I want my model to be like this, you can literally just copy the strategy and it's gonna work for you at the end of the day because your models are in the same niche. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Evening, what do you usually post in the evening? This something like Sophie Rain where her ass is like kind of showing, but it's not also NSFW like crazy where she's in a bikini, and just yeah, something like that. You're good to go. How would I go from? That's my posting schedule, by the way. If anybody wants to copy it, take notes. How do you go from 0 to 10K followers? What would my exact roadmap be? So week 1 to 2 has always been, I would post 1 to 2 times a day, self tweets, nothing sexual. Reply 5 to 10 tweets under big accounts in your niche, and then I would just follow models every day. Scroll 30 to 20 minutes, no retweet groups, no crazy following. You just want to build your account history at this point. Week 2 would be where you actually start getting a little bit of momentum, where you're posting 2 to 3 times per day still. I would not just use the same post over and over again. Maybe try and remove the metadata or take a screenshot of it so it does not look like the same picture you're posting over and over again. I would start increasing my tweet replies, and I would start increasing my followers per day, which would be 20 to 30 per each. I would keep changing my pin posts to see which one does better. If you can use a promoter account for retweet drops, 100 to 200 at max. You shouldn't be doing more. Where to focus replies. If you want to go to like bigger models and just like engage with their comments or just like reply to meme pages, at the same time you want to be building your own platform while also trying being engaging at the same time. The next thing, week 7 to 12 should be, if you're like, oh no way, this takes 12 weeks to build 10K followers. Yes, it does. It's Twitter. Twitter is one of the hardest platforms to go. Instagram, you can do this in 3 weeks and you're good to go. Twitter is so hard to do, but Twitter always pays you the most at the end of the day. For the third week, which is basically 7 to 12, is you want to post more, reply more, follow more, and do more drops. It's super common sense, but people fail to understand such a simple concept. You can do your own tactics where you're posting. You can all reply to your own like threads and say like, if you post a thread with the PS5, you can say, oh, who wants to hop on and reply to your own threads. You can also, for the peak hours, you can always just use this. I'm always posting during these hours. Like even today, I was just sitting my VAs and helping him how to post on Twitter properly. But yeah, so this is what your timeline should look like. 1 to 2 weeks should be 300 followers. Week 3 to 6, 1,700 at minimum, and week 7 to 12, you should have 10K followers. With 3 months of consistent execution, you should be good to go. Some principles I would keep in mind for Twitter is consistency is always better than spam posting and doing something and then you never do it again. So you're rather off just posting one time a day for 3 months and just posting like 3 times a day for 2 weeks and you're never doing do that again. Quality replies will always help you more than anything else. I would not post 100 replies a day that looks like spam. It does not make sense. If you guys really need help, you can just chat GPT all the replies and just put like, how do you manipulate people to reply to me with this comment? Like super simple, you know. The first 1 to 5K is the hardest, if I'm gonna be honest. Like just getting out your feet from 0 followers, it's so hard. But once you're there, you'll be good to go. So the reply game. How do you actually reply? As I said, I'm gonna tell you how to reply. So good replies is something that they can relate to your post. You feel more natural. It just feels like human. That's the best way to reply. Bad replies are something like you're just posting emojis, you're looking way too sexual, and you're in a bikini where there's no swimming pool in the back and just flags it. So you don't want to do that either. Some tips that I have for reply bidding is be controversial, where people will agree or disagree, and it means engagement regardless. Be genuinely funny. There's something like, again, you can use ChatGPT or you can use your own brain. You can copy other models to actually be funny. Approval is the best one for me, and the reason why that works is it's just guys like giving their own opinions, and it does fantastic. Give them reason to playfully, flirty engagement, like how many inches are we talking, like if you had to reply to a post, whatever the case might be. This works. The victim mindset works if your model has a big ass and then she has a picture of her in like high school or something where she didn't have any ass. You can just say, I was bullied for having no ass in school, and now I have ass. So what do you guys think? Or I was bullied for having a big ass in school, but I don't think it's that big, and people are gonna be like, no, girl, don't worry, it's big, this and that. So don't make it look like you're being forced to do Twitter. It just looks terrible. So the organic integrity rule is 80-20 rule is 80% normal Twitter behavior, which I said scroll, like, bookmark, click profiles, watch videos, and act human. 20% is obviously posting. That should be it. Okay, the way retweet groups works is their group chat. People, if somebody's confused, like, hey, what the fuck is he talking about retweet groups? It's basically other groups where models repost each other's posts for exposure. Your main account, I would never retweet any other model's post on a main account just because it just destroys my conversion. It's just way too much porn that it just looks like my page shit. The way that works is I would always have a second account that would go to my retweet groups, and the second account takes everybody to my first account. So that's the best one to do it. So how do you outsource to a VA? Like I said for every other video, that all these VAs have experience. So if you don't have time to do it and you're working on bigger projects, which is understandable, you can start doing it yourself at first if you don't have much money to spend on VAs. But once you do, like, just give them access to their account, find them a SOP, send them the SOP. You want to give them access to their account, all the content, engagement guidelines, and just give them a budget from promotions, because then you don't have to deal with it. What do you look for when you're hiring? I always want to hop on calls with them. They can fucking use ChatGPT on Telegram to act like their English is proper. Filipinos are some stupid people. Like, some of them are really stupid. That's why I'm switched most of my VAs to the US. It's just way better. But you need to find a VA that literally is like, no way, this guy's in the Filipino. And you need to find somebody with experience that has actually worked for Twitter before, like Twitter for Onlyfans. If that's good, then you're good to go. Don't pay them a lot. See how they go off the first 2 weeks. If they don't, just fire them and find a new one. And you want to see how they reply to high-performing Twitter accounts. Are they engaging? Are they following all the SOPs? Do they have their own accounts? This and that. You just want to go through all these tick boxes and you're good to go. You're going to have to go through a lot of VAs, but it's going to be worth it. What do you pay? I pay $3 to $5 an hour. If I had a VA in the Filipino, which should be like $400 or $500 a month, not more than that. If he does a good job, I always tip him and make sure they're taken care of. So troubleshooting some problems that people are having nowadays is low impressions. Low impressions has always been bad quality posts. You need to reply more, and you need to post more at active times. No engagement, your tone is boring, you sound scripted, or the model's ugly. Shadow ban, paranoia, which is basically like, damn, like, am I shadow banned? Why am I not getting views? Like, chill out. At the end of the day, you can always fix your content. And if you're constantly going to look for growth, you're not going to find it. You have to just trust the process. Obviously, if you're constantly getting 0 views, then yeah, you're probably shadow banned. But if you're still getting some views here and there, you're good to go. It just takes time. So the last thing I want to talk about is nowadays on Twitter, people, it's so easy when you have a big account. So if anybody has some money to spend and wants to take some genuine advice from me, just go buy an account, a CW account, make sure the account's not shadow banned. Turn the account into the model's account, let it sit for 24 hours after you turn it into the model's account. And then from there, you want to go and post pictures of the models and tag Grok. So you want to post a picture of the model covered up, right? But her titties are literally about to fall off. And you want to tell Grok, like, hey Grok, put me in a bikini. And that type of stuff just goes insanely viral. Everybody's doing it right now. Sophie doing it. All these big, huge models are doing it. My models are doing it. And it's doing so good for us. And like, hey Grok, put me in a bikini. Or hey Grok, put me in a thigh, like the skinniest transparent suit that you have. And it just goes insanely crazy. Like, I've done one where I told Grok to put a mustache on like a Hitler mustache on my male model. Yes, I still do male models. They're fantastic. And that just went super, super viral, and it was super funny. And yeah, it just does amazing. So try and look into that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just go on the bigger OnlyFans models accounts. You'll see it all over pending on Twitter. But yeah, at the end of the day, Twitter's a long game. You want to take your time. You can always send followers from Instagram and Twitter, TikTok to the Twitter, so it grows faster. But yeah, that should be it for this video. Take care, guys. Bye.